So and you get the full flavor of that without having to use too much of it for those people who are missing that.
Yeah. And Doc, we talked a lot today about a lot of different problems. The final question is, leaving people with this, what does a nutritarian diet like my Black Diabetes Meal Plan actually offer so that people aren't facing these problems? They're getting pulled out of these problems.
It offers a life-saving, life-changing opportunity, a real blessing for people, that they don't have to have their life be foiled by tragedy, blindness, dementia, amputations, and suffering and death. In other words, this is serious business. You have to be insane to eat like other Americans eat. And if you're not insane or really ignorant, it makes you ignorant and insane with time, because the foods destroy your brain. And now you just become a robot living life in the dysthymic condition, which means you're not that happy, not that excited about life. You've lost your creativity, you've lost your passion, and you're just living to suffer and to maybe go after some addictive substance like alcohol or food or addictive foods. And you're living for your addiction. It's no real life. This is an incredible opportunity where people can create a much happier and healthier life for themselves. This idea that they think that they're going to give up pleasure of eating and they're enjoying those foods, those are the primitive addiction talking. Healthy foods taste just as good, and they taste better when you get used to, you learn the recipes, and they taste incredibly, and your taste buds improve, and you like what you get used to eating, and then you're in great health. So there's no ultimate loss of pleasure in eating. It's just a temporary dip in pleasure until you get your health back and your taste comes back, and you've learned, and you have the learning curve. So that it's called a no-brainer. It's just the food. What makes this difficult for so many people, they're not socially supported in their community, which is what you're doing for people and getting them getting connected to do this together. And they're not given the tools they need, and they don't realize how addicting those foods have been, pulling them and their neighbors back to eating that bad way. And they got to collectively stop that. They've got to collectively work together to win the war against this thing that's ravaging some of our communities and killing people. And as you know, some of the communities of color, they're getting worse. They're getting worse COVID. They're getting more diabetes, more amputations. It's all about food exposure. And there's a form of bigotry there too, because you're stuck without access to good food. And then the good food creates a vicious cycle of reduced opportunities in life. You know what I mean?